Well, I had other plans for this upload, but instead, because of other circumstances, it's kind of changed a little bit. No, don't do that. All right. So basically, this is going to be quite the hot button issue because of a certain well, I guess I should go ahead and get started with this one because we're going to be. That's weird. That's easy. Sure. 10 angels, yes, 100 angels. Huh. Well, you probably heard of this certain business called Sweet Baby Inc. Well, and the sheer amount of ridiculous influence they somehow managed to gain in such a, with such a small following, I guess I should say, alright? Well, I think we're going to I should explain to you where all that came from and how it got started, okay? But I think the sensible thing for me to do is let a certain individual, let's just say, put it this way, alright? We're going to listen to the BlackRock CEO and how he wants to force acceptance.
A real problem, and it's embarrassing for corporate. So the fact that we're in this situation, I think, is a real problem, and it's embarrassing for corporate America because we should have far
the BlackRock
more
CEO
of all different groups, genders that are at the top, and that's something that companies need to be very focused on.
We're going to open it up a bunch of questions, but you now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we're doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. Okay,
we're doing the same thing.
And so it's just you have to force behaviors, and if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted, and that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities. We're going to have to force change.
Force change, though. I mean, Larry, BlackRock has really been at the forefront of the ESG movement within corporate governance.
I want you to look real
and yet change
close here,
is so
okay?
slow. So
Latest holdings performance, okay? BlackRock Inc. has disclosed 5,374 total holdings.
How do you do something more radical? Have you thought about that?
Microsoft, Broadcom, Amazon, Intel, Meta, that's Facebook, Netflix.
Well, I could speak about BlackRock's board, but
the trust fund on the S&P, JP Morgan Chase, Apple, Costco, United Health Group Incorporated. That's health insurance, by the way. Berkshire Hathaway, Lilly and Company, Exxon, iShares Trust, Johnson & Johnson, Visa, MasterCard, Procter & Gamble Company, CVX, Chevron Corporation,
because it has to be
Farmers and Merchants,
It has to be talked
offshore
about, it has to
drilling.
be shown.
Okay, you seen this?
Behaviors across the entire
This is their
firm in every
portfolio.
region have to be
But they're
simple.
willing to disclose.
And every
I'll bet that's
citizen of
Google.
the firm has to understand what is acceptable behaviors and what are unacceptable behaviors. And it's the same linkage about what are the acceptable, responsible behaviors related to building your teams. I look at it for us is if we are not a mirror of who our clients are, we're going to fail.
I want to let you look at this real quick, okay? Just look at it. So they even have holdings of other. They have shares of other holdings companies. It's about Holdings Inc. Oh, the 13 Gs, okay. 13, yeah, this is their filings. Okay. What I actually want is just the... Alright. Yeah. Alright. All right, so you get it. They got thousands of shares. Okay. Unfortunately, this isn't showing. All right, here it comes. Oh, guess here. Subsection, start by sections. All right. All right. 5,370. All right. Increases this quarter. GP filings. What I want is BlackRock's. BlackRock's portfolio. Come on, give it up. Come on. My cat's. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, that one's coming away. Alright. So goes 5,374, okay? BlackRock top 100 holdings heat map. Okay, so this is their top 100 holdings, what they got. That's their Odyssey. So Microsoft. I think that's Apple, and this is Amazon. NVIDIA. Okay, 2 point. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is their top increases this quarter. This is their top decreases this quarter. Okay, this is the top and bottoms out of the roughly 5,000 they have. Okay, and then this is the list of the 13G and 13D filings made this year. If any, click any icons, full transaction history. This is a list of 13G and okay. So this is just their might be just filed 13Ds and 13Gs. Okay. Basically, this is the ones that they basically disclosed. We did this, we did that. All right. Just related to this portfolio. Okay. So yeah, they do have these plus themselves would be in this list. You see what I'm saying? And this is their percentage ownership in these simple series. See what I'm saying? How it's gone up or down. If I'm reading this right. But I don't think that's really necessary. You get the point. They have like a lot of shares, okay? Alright, so BlackRock's got all that influence, okay, because of what they have. Alright? So then you're probably wondering, alright, so he basically said this, okay? Well, this is when you come into another little technicality here, okay? He's got a lot of shares in these various businesses. You get that, right? And he's got a very big portfolio with a lot of money, okay? So he was pushing this accountability, and so you're probably wondering how that ties into this diversity, equity, and inclusion, okay? That is within this environmental, social, and corporate governance. This is basically his brainchild, his idea to push this idea. I'm not going to say which government administration basically made all of this utter stupidity legal, okay? All right, but we have to, first things first, before I get to this, and I have to explain to you how stupid CEOs generally tend to be, okay? All right. Great, I can't even barely spell. All right, All right, first things first, I want to show you who the CEO of Disney is before I get into this, okay? Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney, okay? Now I have to explain to you where Bob Iger came from. Bob Iger, weatherman. Okay. I don't know if actually I'll be able to get one, but he was a... Alright. He was a weatherman before he was the CEO of Disney. Okay? Alright? He was a weatherman. And the way he ended up in Disney was that when Disney basically bought another network and basically put it into their... Because Disney doesn't so much make... it assimilates. Okay? Alright? Before he was the CEO of Disney, he had no real CEO experience because he was a weatherman. That's how he ended up. And so basically, as you saw, alright, BlackRock's CEO had this whole thing of corporate accountability. And had this brainchild here. Environmental, social, and corporate governance, okay? And they have shares of Disney. Which, unfortunately, because these shares basically kind of... let's put it this way, yeah. Yeah, alright, I'll just kind of... I'll just show you. Oh, this is just today. Here's 5 years. Yeah. Here's 5 years. And I'm pretty sure you know what 2021 had. Ah! And this is only because the only reason this little bump here and this little bump here happened is because kind of this is in a proxy fight right now. So it's the only thing that's actually keeping it up. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for that proxy bid and Disney did a little buyback of their stocks to kind of bump up its value, it'd still be going. It'd still be going down. Let's put it that way. I wonder if I can still get it. Let me see if I can still get it. No, it's still only doing 5 years. Well, I could get out my software on my phone, which actually enables me to go today, 5 days, 1 month, year to date, 1 year, 5 years, and then actually I can actually get 10 and 15 as well. But I ain't going to go to that much trouble, okay? All right, but trust me, you get my point, okay? So BlackRock and Vanguard jumps on board with BlackRock's idea and basically starts to pull in this environmental, social, corporate governance, okay? So what does that mean? Okay, so basically umbrellaed in this, okay, is this diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now umbrellaed in this box, okay, is another term you probably don't want to believe is a real thing, okay? Now, I'm not going to get into that because I'm just trying to get into this, okay, and basically what and why whenever this DI crap they cry racism and blah 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 blah. Okay, now, so all right, so BlackRock pushes this and this, okay. So what BlackRock does is they actually not only push their businesses, they got a controlling share in to basically go into the ESG stuff and this DEI stuff, okay? They actually push their money to actually force colleges and universities to be pushing these students through that is actually qualified in both of these, DEI and ESG BS, okay? So what they basically do is they use the stocks and they go, all right, we will buy more shares or we vote for you to basically hire these particular people from these colleges, these universities to basically DEI officers and CEOs, that's these believers in ESG. And Bob Iger was like, yes, my lord and master, BlackRock CEO, I do believe in this. Will you please make me the CEO? They do. And then he gets his friends and buddies that he went to school with, who were basically Bob Iger, yes men, to be on the board as well. That's how Disney basically went not only all in on this stuff, it went completely batshit fucking insane with it. Alright? Alright? That's how that happened, alright? And you actually saw it with the whole... Now keep this in mind, BlackRock actually did have holdings in InBev, which is the parent company of Anheuser-Busch, which is the parent... What's this? Next three? Whatever. Alright? And then basically they got their college student graduate thing there. That's basically, if you actually watch her, who did basically brainchild the whole Dylan Mulvaney debacle, I guess you should call it, disaster, was basically BlackRock and Vanguard basically put the pressure onto InBev to basically put that idiot from school to be the CEO of Bud Light. And Vanguard's on board with it too, so they basically put the weight of their shares to vote for it as well. So all of this isn't from inside these companies. These are basically outside shareholders basically pushing this stuff, okay? So now, you get how that got voted for. You get how it got into the cultural zeitgeist. You get how it got onto social media. How basically anybody that spoke ill of this utter stupidity, insanity, got basically silenced because BlackRock and Vanguard basically used their stocks and basically went, yo, Google on YouTube. Yo, Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google and also owns YouTube, and as including Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook when they reorganized over this whole, which I'm not getting into, okay? We want you to push this as well. Anybody that speaks any otherwise, silence them, censor them. By the person who owns the donut shop, so by the donut shop. Okay? You get it now, alright? You get how the censorship and how all this got behind it. And then, now, you're probably going, but then why are these different governments pushing as well? Well, basically, that is where you come into this other technicality, okay? Let's get into governments. BlackRock. Political donations, all right? So that's how the political parties does it. Ooh, open secrets! Okay. This is just BlackRock Inc. Well, $238,962 contributors. Oh, look at that lobbying money. Ooh, what would you do? 100,000, over $1 million. Look at that. Brown shirt, candidate, Democrat. Nikki Haley, candidate Republican. which is actually a Democrat on the Republican ticket. Not getting into politics there, but that is actually a Democrat. Well, look at this. Ulan Chrissy. Democrat. Steele Bryant. Republican. Look at this. Look at these political, you know. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this money. Look at all this money going to these political candidates. Oh, we even got one. Gary and Liberty Victory Fund. That is a fund. That is not an individual. What this basically means that this money goes into here, okay? And that this money is actually goes to 2 candidates. All right? Oh, and look at this. Straight to the leadership pack. That goes to the heads. The heads of political parties. And this is money going to this is going to party committees. These are committees that basically sit down and discuss political party talking points and goals. Okay? This 527 groups, this is a group which actually is money to candidates as well. These are outside political groups as well. These are basically ones that aren't officially declared that basically this money is known to be going somewhere. Open Secrets is 100% sure who. Okay? You see, look at this. Advertising, and then around, oh, look at this, around the time of his announcement. Wow! Look at that. Actually, more money started going to Republicans over Democrats. Democrats have all been corrupted to it. Now they're going to corrupt the Republicans. See? And then this is the money to the Senate. Because they got their people that they wanted in there now, so basically, this is just what they're willing to report. This isn't even everything. This is what they basically willingly, openly reported on. This does not include the CEO himself of BlackRock. This is not the CEO himself's political contributions, and various people who was on the BlackRock board and other people within BlackRock basically is giving money as well as proxies to BlackRock. This is just what they're willing to disclose. Okay, this is like if somebody walks up to you and go, "How much toilet paper have you bought today?" You would go, if you didn't buy toilet paper today, or you're not holding toilet paper today, you wouldn't think of it, so you wouldn't declare it. You get it now? All right. So you got this, and how it got such a big rhino push, okay? And you've seen how basically these have been kind of going, well, let's put it this way. 10-1. You could probably think of lead balloons, which has gone over better than this. Shall I say? All right. So Sweet Baby Inc. is only one symptom out of a much bigger pile of manure. Okay. But you're probably going, but David, why is the businesses doing this when they've been saying their profits and everything going well? Let's put it this way. You flush turds with more staying power than this crap. Well, this is when we come to one other little thing that I'm going to be getting into, okay? What doesn't have to be declared to a president, shall I say it? sorry. Something back in my throat there for a second, okay? That basically said these hedge funds and these agencies, which has all these stocks, and basically levy their shares, and become political campaign contributions, can basically take the money that they're getting. All right, they don't have to declare they're doing it, and basically take the money that they're getting from these stocks and basically help fund these businesses. Basically, they can take these monies and basically set up these businesses, which basically will issue these ESG-based loans, okay? I'm going to show you an ESG loan right now. ESG loan, okay? Oh, okay, ESG and credit, okay? So basically what this does is this is a how it works, okay? Thanks to BlackRock and Vanguard basically funding the operations of these ESG credit companies, basically what they do is they will issue, if you want to basically qualify for an ESG loan, basically they will go, okay, this is what you have to do. You have to basically hire this individual, can get your business whipped into shape, qualify for our ultra low interest ESG credit lines of credit, okay? All right, and basically what they'll do is they'll go, well, if you don't hire this person, well, we have this agency that can basically be a consulting firm to get you to qualify for ESG loans, which is basically really absurdly low lines of business credit, okay? Now, what caused these businesses like Bud Light, Disney, Secret Hideout to basically go on their knees to basically get these ESG lines of credit, okay? Now, this is where basically I'm going to have to explain to you what financial solvency actually is, okay? What is financial solvency, okay? Let's say you're running a lemonade stand, okay? All right? You have to pay for your lemonade stand to be there, okay? The way it works is basically somebody will come up, buy a cup of lemonade for $1, okay? To pay for you to stand there, you would have to basically sell enough dollar lemonades, okay? To basically pay for you to stand there, plus buy lemons and to basically maintain your lemon squeezers and your various sugars, sweeteners, and other microphone and such, okay? So what basically happens is you have to sell that amount of lemonade. You have two choices to basically afford for your cup of lemonade. You can buy the pre-made powdered lemonade to basically make your cups of lemonade from another business, which of course means you're basically going to have to buy the same amounts of powdered lemonade for it to qualify for that to work, or you have to increase your prices, okay? Now, you've got your lemonade sales, okay? You've got your staff that makes your lemonade. You've got your, basically, you get it. It's a lot of overhead, okay? Because the bigger you scale this up, the more it costs, okay? You see, the reason back in the day children lemonade stands used to work is that the parents, okay, would basically buy the stuff to run the lemonade stand. And they're already paying for the property, the mortgage, the rent, the electricity, the lights, the water, and the children's education. The lemonade is just extra spending money. That's why that worked. Virtually non-existent overhead. Okay? Now, for you to be a business to do that, you basically going to have a lot of more overhead. So basically what happens is, all right, you've got your staff, you've got your expenses, you've got your, basically it's a very complex in and out table, okay? A lot of people, when these stock traded companies basically declare their earnings, they go, we have, actually, I'll show you one, okay? I'll just get a random one. Let's go with Disney earnings report. Just to stick with, you know, slapping Bob Iger in the face, because why not? Okay. You see, all of this here, okay, this is based off of at that particular moment, okay? All right. And they roll a lot of losses into, you know, Parks and Recreation, and that's a whole other, you know. They're hiding losses that they're not wanting to declare, okay? So they're actually worse off than you think they are, okay? This earnings report is based off of the moment, okay? The moment that this earnings report was filed, okay? Now, I want to explain to you how fast this can go in the red, okay? And why a lot of businesses have basically gone in on the ESG loans, okay? The perfect example is you will not find CNN on here. You will not find Marvel Comics on here. You will not find Lucasfilms on here either, because we're basically rolled them into other ones that can basically hide the red, because they're actually operating at a very bad loss, and Disney Plus is operating at a loss as well. In fact, Disney Plus has already been earning a profit, but no. In fact, you see here they're even going to explain COVID-19 pandemic forward, even though the fact of the matter is that they should be past that. Okay, this is 2022 earnings report, and this is 2024. So this is actually a 2 years old one. Okay, so actually they're worse off than this. Okay. Yeah, because this is fourth quarter of 2022. Okay. So basically, this is how fast it could go in the red. Okay. Disney. Let's say that right after they filed this, okay, they had to basically buy a lot of Disney merchandise for the parks. Okay. But here's the kicker. Okay. Let's say they have a sudden downturn, okay? They bought a lot of inventory. That means most of this money is gone like that, okay? Okay? And they got, let's say for the sake of argument, $10 left, okay? But then let's say they have to pay the Disneyland staff wages, okay? Holy smokes, where are they going to get the money from? Okay? It's not there. Alright? Alright, you getting it now? That is how fast the business can literally 3 days become financially insolvent. 3 days. Okay? Because all earnings report is based off of the moment that was filed. Another example is before COVID even happened, before Obama was even elected, the average target profit margin was a hilarious 1.7%. That is if you took the entire profits for the Target chain and split it to every Target store. 1.7%. Ouch! That's an ouch. Okay? Alright. Now, you get why so many businesses went for the ESG loans. So, you can get ESG, DEI loans for virtually no interest. What do you got to do? Oh, look at this. Steven Spielberg earned roughly $250 million for Jurassic Park alone. It's estimated that he confirmed it. Oh, with such a business-savvy approach to his career, Spielberg reported net worth of $7.5 billion as of 2021. So, let's face facts here. You're a business. You've got, like, let's say Disney, Warner Brothers, or such, okay? You've got a lot of people, which basically, they make the big money movies. They write the big money movies. They direct the big money movies. They're established actors and actresses. They got some talent here. But there's one catch. There's one little catch, though. You're a stock business. You are projected that you have to make this amount of money. You make that, you exceed it, your stocks goes up. People buy some more shares. You get more money on that end. Okay? Or you can go, I can make this movie, okay, with the potential of making this amount of money. You get where I'm going here with this, okay? So, and I've showed you, CEOs generally, when they're elected, they know nothing about that business. I've showed you that. They have no emotional connection to that property, okay? There's an interview with the former General Motors designer that worked on Pontiac, okay? Pontiac's own staff, their own board members, they didn't even want to drive their own vehicles because they don't like them. Henry Ford, basically when Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company, okay, he had the philosophy, everybody that worked on the Ford Model T, okay, they had to be proud of it. He paid them enough to be able to drive one. Okay? I'm not going to get into the whole United Auto Workers Union, okay? And why that happened is entirely Henry Ford's fault and the Dodge brothers. There's plenty of documentaries and information on that for that you can actually look up, read up, and actual quotes, and how Henry Ford and the Dodge brothers started out as friends, and then they basically had a very rough falling out that led to court. And how different the two cultures were. Okay? Alright? Okay, but that was his philosophy. Instead, we've ended up with the short-term squeeze the profits attitude with no thoughts of how it will affect the long-term viability of the business, okay? And so basically, you get it. You get how quickly, 3 days, that business can go insolvent. I'm explaining that to you, and why they went into the ESG loans, and how detached the CEOs are. Bob Iger himself confirmed that in I think it was a tweet when he bought Lucasfilms. He said, "We can slap the Star Wars name on anything, and it will sell. We can put. That's it. No market need. It's got a baked in customer base." Yeah. Now, Star Wars stuff is foundable in Ollie's. Right along with Marvel. Okay? So, I showed you how much Steven Spielberg made just for Jurassic Park. Now I'm going to show you something else. Business Insider. This is DaCosta. Okay? Alright? Okay? Now right here, Gal Gadot, the star of Wonder Woman, only got paid $150,000, since at the time she was not yet a big name in industry, given that DaCosta is well known, okay, for Candyman? Alright? Now, I'm going to show you something. DaCosta said, everyone thinks I literally paid them, okay, right here. This is where DaCosta said how, basically, she hasn't even paid off her. Hold on a second, I want to show you something. Let me just find it here. So I had it on here, but I promise the problem is like kind of, okay. Alright, here we go. Right here at the top. Okay, becoming the director of a Marvel movie still didn't help. Needed DaCosta pay off all her student loan debt. That's because she's actually getting paid less than what Steven Spielberg was paid when he made Jurassic Park. DaCosta probably, for every film DaCosta has directed, hasn't paid off her student loan debt. Steven Spielberg has probably made more just on probably Jurassic Park than DaCosta has in total. Because they're not paying these new people they're bringing in to comply to the ESG and DEI stuff. What they're doing is the top ones that they're paying, they're basically pushing them out and bringing them in. So basically what they're doing, they're actually lowering the bar of how much they're paying out. Okay? But wait, I hear you saying, they're getting all these likes, retweets, and stuff like that. Bot farms, okay? You could literally pay for followers, likes, retweets, and replies. Okay? Even HBO Max's CEO has been busted ordering his staff and basically paying for this stuff. Okay? It's all out there. It's all well known. Okay? It's not real. It's not even close to real. That's what's really happening. What they're doing is to comply with this DEI and ESG stuff. They're basically going, you know what? I could just simply lower the expense of everything I'm doing. Get this virtually interest-free loans. Okay? To still maintain short-term profits. But wait. Why is it so bad? Why is everything they're making so bad? ain't there people in these brackets that can actually make this stuff good? I hear you ask. Well, you probably heard of another term going around called cancel bigs. You see, these people were hired as part of this ESG and DEI, compliance type stuff. Okay? So what they do is they go, they take these existing properties, like, okay, let's think of argument the Velma series, okay? Let's say, for example, the Velma Disastrous series, and we can also got another comic book we can actually bring in an example, and then you've got these, these DC heroes now being in school. You see what I'm saying? Okay? What they do is they hire these people, okay? Then they take these properties, okay? They bastardize the shit out of them to put themselves into it, using these existing characters' names. And then what they do is, when they do that, then they bring in their friends that they went to school with as well, who supports this ideology. And then when you call them out on it, they go, that's racism, that's misogyny, that's white supremacy, that's blah 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 blah. Go in and play shit. Okay? This is not real. This ESG, DEI stuff, it's not real. It's fake. It has not one iota to do with elevating these people up. These businesses, instead of basically, ESG is environmental, social, corporate governance. Okay? Alright. Let's really take a look at these three brackets here. Okay? Environmental. Okay, environmental. That means you basically have to change your entire business to be more environmentally friendly. You have to basically support and advocate for helping the environment. Well, your business, you don't want to pay for hundreds upon millions of solar panels now, do you? Okay? Granted, they're not as good as people say they are, because considering you got other environmental factors, like not everywhere gets sun. Okay, that ain't gonna work, alright? You can help fund cleanup of the United States, Russia, and various global wars, wreckages of ships and undetonated torpedoes in the bottom of the ocean. How much money is that? Okay. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, help clean the oceans. I support that 100%. I love to have clean drinking water tomorrow. All right. How about electric vehicles? Well, let's have a look here. Let's see. Have you looked up the environmental impact for lithium mining, refinement, and other electrical demands to manufacture fucking electric batteries for these damn things? Let's put it this way: the state put in a bid to build an electric vehicle lithium-ion battery factory. They were going to retire two coal factories, and they couldn't retire them because they're going to have to build another power plant. Okay. How about wind power? Well, California's gone all on wind, and Texas gone all on wind. Okay. California ended up having to buy electricity from their neighbors. So instead of them basically building and operating the plants themselves, they basically said, you know what, we'll buy your electricity. You can actually look this up. They actually do have an active agreement buying electricity from other states. I'm not fucking joking here, people. So, okay, you're an entertainment company. You can't very well do any of this, okay? How about social governance, okay? Well, you're a business. You're not going to want to give money to basically help a burnt out street from riots that was burnt to the ground and help thousands of impacted minority-owned businesses that were destroyed. You're not going to want to do that now. So basically, so social issues ain't really your cup of tea. So what can you do? Oh, wait a minute. ESG. Yes, ESG. We'll fire everybody that's making anywhere from 7 to 6 figures per movie. fire them and hire some token minority. That's real nice. Give these minorities hand-me-down second and third-hand characters. That's like you're the fourth in line to have a bowl of soup, to me. You're not giving them their own heroes, their own characters to look up to. You're giving them somebody else's. That's why, to me, Young Ripper is the only real minority that's actually going. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He's doing it. He's done it. He's got Rippaverse comics. He's got his own characters. He's giving himself and everyone else their own original characters to look up to. Well, Marvel is on. Spider-Man is probably on their 13th version of a Spider character. Really? Really? Yeah, really. You want to know how arrogant these businesses are? Cartoon Network, okay, had 2 creator-driven shows, okay? Megas XLR, all right? Symbiotic Titan, all right? These shows were completely creator-driven, creator-written. They were going to do it. They wanted them to fail. Instead, what they they made a success. So what they did was they basically sabotaged because for a tax write-off. The Mega XLR, they kept shifting its time slot to basically try to sabotage the viewing numbers and the ratings of Mega XLR. That way, they basically sabotaged it, and then they basically went and turned it in for a tax write-off to basically destroy the show. So that way, nobody, not even the creator, can get it back. And you can literally look up what happened to Symbiotic Titan. Alright? That is how arrogant these studios are. They go, if we don't come up with it, we're not in charge of it. It better damn well fail. That's what it is. It's all about cutting costs, getting cheaper loans. That's what all of this DEI and ESG crap's been. Alright? I have not been wanting to do this video because I knew full well I was going to go flipping off the deep end, and I did go off the fucking deep end. Okay? That's what happened, and that's the truth. Alright? Okay. Now, I said it. I showed it to you. And I hope you have a much better day than this video was, because you have the answers now. You were probably wondering what the fuck happened to these studios. Alright? CEOs are fucking moronic dumbasses. You probably flushed shit down your drain smarter than they are. Heck. You know what? I'm done before I start ranting about everything under the sun, because holy fuck, alright. My next video will be hopefully what I was planning on doing instead of this one, alright? But, to make the circle, Sweet Baby Inc. is only one. Basically, Sweet Baby Inc. out of the entire thing that's been going on is just a zit on a much bigger problem, alright? I'm going to relax now. Hopefully later on, maybe later on today, I'll hopefully get to capturing what I was planning on capturing. Or I might do something else, I don't know. As always, thanks for watching. Sorry to do this to you. Peace out. 49-minute video. 50-minute video's done. Alright, have a good one. Peace out, everybody.